Welcome to the Ideal video series on frequently asked questions. This is a series of short videos to explain how to approach common scenarios, model specialized BMPs, or troubleshoot typical issues. Today's video is about using Ideal to demonstrate compliance with absolute allowable load standards. The Ideal model is a tool used to design and calculate pollutant removal efficiencies of BMPs and treatment systems. Water quality standards are determined based on location and nature of the development or redevelopment. Ideal is suitable for demonstrating compliance with nearly any post-construction standard. An absolute allowable annual or single storm load standard is discussed in this video. This standard simply sets a maximum allowable load to be discharged for a specific constituent. This can be on an annual basis or set for a specific storm depth or recurrent. This standard can also be applied to runoff volume by setting a certain storm depth that must be infiltrated completely. To demonstrate compliance, designers should use Ideal to calculate the annual loading for the pollutant of concern or runoff volume in the developed condition. Because this standard does not require a comparison to the pre-development site, there is no need to model the pre-development condition. As an example, we can look to Greenville County, South Carolina's alternative TSS standard, which requires the designer to show that the annual post-development load will be no more than 600 pounds per acre per year. Reference Chapter 9, Section 9.1.4 in the county's design manual for further details on the requirements of this standard. To demonstrate compliance using Ideal for this example, model your site in the post-development conditions. The modeled scenario here has two dry detention pond BMPs that are treating separate areas of the site. There is one area of the site that does not flow through a BMP, therefore is left untreated for water quality. Before running the model, let's check a few important things. Open the storm inputs by double-clicking on the storm cloud in the top left of the workspace. Make sure that you have the correct location and storm event set. The storm event should be selected based on the criteria of the standard you are demonstrating compliance with. If the standard requires a maximum allowable load for a single storm event, you will select the single storm and fill out the inputs appropriately. For compliance with Greenville County's alternative TSS standard demonstrating the annual loading leaving the site, we want to run the annual probability distribution of storms. Next, let's validate the model. Validation successful, which means there are no input errors in your model. Now click Run. This could take several minutes to run depending on the complexity of your design. After the model runs successfully, view the results. Scroll to the end of the report to view the outlet section. The outlet provides results for the complete treatment train over the entire site. You will use the results here to perform a simple hand calculation. The total constituent mass discharge divided by the total drainage area will give you the total pounds per acre per year. If we were running a single storm and demonstrating no runoff for a certain depth of storm, we would simply be able to check the total runoff volume result at the outlet and determine compliance without any further calculations. Thank you for using Ideal. As always, if you have any questions about Ideal, please contact the StormOps support team at info@stormopssoftware.com. Also, visit our website and follow us on LinkedIn to get the latest news on support and new releases.